The long-rumoured Monsters Inc. themed land might just be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios after all, but we'll discuss when and why up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast. Go ahead and subscribe down below if you haven't already and you're new to this channel. And congratulations to the winners of the DSNY Newscast pins of the last video, who were Simon Giannini and also William Ewins, who commented down below saying that the Muppets Courtyard should get its own Make a Muppet experience, which was a brilliant idea, and that's the reason why you won the DSNY Newscast pin for that video. We're going to be doing it the same in this video, Hidden Mickeys, and the best comment below will get a pin. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the headlines. So for a while now, it feels like one rumour has continually raised its head time and time again. And that is because ever since 2008, the movie franchise of Monsters Inc. and Monsters University has been widely speculated to be associated with the upcoming developments over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Well, at long last, more light has finally been shed upon this topic, as the guys over at the Disney Dish podcast, Jim Hill and Len Tester, which is a great podcast, you've really got to go check it out, have revealed that a Monsters Inc. land might be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, but it won't be happening until after Star Wars Land opens in 2019, as this land is being referred to internally within Disney as the final phase of rejuvenation of the Disney's Hollywood Studios park. So, the only thing left to discuss here is what and where the Monsters Inc. themed land is going to be within Disney's Hollywood Studios park. And by the way, it's more than likely going to be called Monstropolis, as that just makes sense. The current plan has the new land encompassing the space between One Man's Dream to Rock and Rollercoaster, which means that the entire animation courtyard will be no more. Now, for those of you asking what's going to happen to Star Wars Launch Bay, what's currently being discussed in this version of the plan, which is either to move the attraction Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor from Tomorrowland over at Magic Kingdom, which, let's be honest, it didn't really make sense that it went there in the first place, over to Disney's Hollywood Studios where Star Wars Launch Bay is, or the second option is to completely demolish the building if they couldn't repurpose it. The Voyage of a Little Mermaid and One Man's Dream are sure to go as part of this next phase of development in the coming years. But what's interesting is that Disney have opted to construct scrims around One Man's Dream, which indicates to all of us that at least part of this building will be used as part of the entrance into Toy Story Land. But for those of you with small children, don't worry, as it seems that Disney Junior Live will remain in place for the time being. However, just consider how much sense it makes to convert Animation Courtyard into a Monstropolis themed area, as the old Disney MGM archway could easily be replaced with this instead. But now for the big stuff, Rock and Rollercoaster. It's been rumoured in the past that Disney have considered bringing the much sought after door-hanging roller coaster concept to this section of the park. But at this current moment, it seems that Disney's plans are leaning more towards retheming the existing Rock and Roller Coaster attraction to fit in with the door scene from Monsters Inc. instead of starting from scratch. But either way you look at it, this next phase of development that is set to begin sometime after 2019 would mean that there would be a better guest flow around Disney's Hollywood Studios park. As from Tower of Terror and Hollywood Boulevard, you would be able to walk through Monstropolis into Toy Story Land, then from Toy Story Land into Star Wars Land, and then back around into the Great Movie Ride area. But now it's over to you, the Waltoneers, as I would like to know the types of attractions and experiences that you would like to see come to a Monsters Inc. themed land if it does end up coming true. Now for an interesting patent which is shown up by Disney in the last couple of days, as this patent clearly shows a Captain America's style of shield being used in some sort of interactive gamified experience, where the user would slide their arm into the apparatus, where they would then be able to operate the motion of the shield, going up and down the forearm depending on whether the user is attacking or defending using the shield. The patent also describes a virtual throwing activity, where the shield would simulate a boomerang effect and then return back to the user. So what does all of this mean? Well, this technology could easily be used in a Toy Story Midway Mania style of attraction. However, could this be the attraction that finally replaces Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue Dark Ride over at Disney's California Adventure Park? I guess for the time being, we'll just have to wait and see. Next upon the agenda is Disney Springs. As DSNY Newscast fan and fellow Waltoneer Art Collier came across a very interesting job listing by the Patina Group, which is the company that will operate the Edison over at Disney Springs. Well, the verified job listing has accidentally leaked the opening date of the Edison, with the opening date being November of 2017. And lastly, over at the Magic Kingdom, the talking skull animatronic that is featured inside Pirates of the Caribbean has finally returned to that attraction after a 12-year hiatus when it was removed back in 2006. Also, when you see the talking skull within the attraction, it's now another section of the ride where they will take your photo, but this photo will only be available to review later as part of My Magic Plus. And that's it for today, guys. So go ahead and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below for a chance to win one of these DSNY Newscast pins. Also, tell a friend about DSNY Newscast. Give us a massive thumbs up on YouTube. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.